Hello and welcome everybody. It is 2.3 and there is a whole bunch of new features to go through. So right now we have this game tools thing that looks at recommended builds. I would have not thought to put attack boots on my Jing Yuan. I might think about doing it, but I have them speed right now. Very interesting. This is probably going to make building a lot better for people who don't want to just go look up YouTube videos or just see what a lot of people are doing. It doesn't look very accurate, in my opinion. HP orb, huh? But it's going to be pretty useful for just looking at what cones they would recommend. Because it's going to be different from character to character, and it's probably, I don't know what data collection method they're using to determine this, and it's provided by HoyoWiki, so they come up with it somehow. And it's very interesting. I've been thinking about building my Clara. What are people doing with Clara? Just recommend her own cone, and this is the backup. Attack boots, crit rate, crit damage. Really? They recommend running one of those two sets on her? I actually don't have the follow-up set on Clara. I'm running a physical set on her. The boxing gloves. I don't even... That's very interesting. Recommended team lineups, too. This is very interesting. Well, anyway, the plan for the day is we're going to go over a bunch of the new features, just for those who want to do that. And a lot of you can probably skip past these, because I always put chapters in the video for those of you on YouTube. So I'm going to just go through a lot of these new features. Apparently, new terms. Horizon of Existence phenomenon. What is this? Horizon of Existence, border nihility and intelligentsia. Oh, that's that place where Aventurine ended up during the 2.1/2.2 story. And we have 30 factions now beyond the Skyquire order. Alright. So the Beyond the Skyquire is, I guess, Sunday's faction. Alright, so that's all been updated. Well, that was not exactly what I had expected. Oh, that's right. Apocalyptic Shadow is new. Complete the mission Grim Film of Finality to unlock Apocalyptic Shadow. We'll probably dedicate a video to that after we finish the main story, because I don't really plan on doing that just yet. I might do it before we do a Firefly pull video, because I have decided we are pulling for Firefly, but as far as pulling for Firefly goes, I just want to save pulls. Her banner's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's going to be around for at least a couple of weeks. I actually haven't checked yet. So I actually don't know how long Firefly banner is going to be here for. I'm hoping it's at least 21 days. We don't have any pity built up, because we ended up getting Topaz. I didn't lose 50-50 on Topaz's banner, so when we do eventually pull for Firefly, it's just going to be my luck versus the system. And we're going to have quite a few pulls to do that. And quite a few more pulls, because I believe it's a new patch, which means log in every day for your gift of Odyssey. Oh, speaking of that, when Charmony rings out, I forgot that they were going to do this. Just, here's your free Eidolon for Harmony Trailblazer, in case you didn't already have it. New tutorials. Super Break has a tutorial now. And new missions. Farewell, Penacony, Unconquered. On the doorsteps of science. This is the new adventure mission. So this is the new endgame mode unlock mission. And we will do that at a later point in time. I'm not in any hurry to rush and do endgame content. I will do it eventually. We'll do one stream where I give it a shot and see if we can do it. And maybe that'll be the video where we do our Firefly pulls. Because I like doing the pull videos when we do these like side event content, because it gives a motivation to people to actually watch that content. Alright. And we just got a Trailblazer, so let's just grab that real quick. I am in the process of still building this. But what does the E6 even do? The number of additional damage applications by the skill increases by 2. So 2 more bounces.
Unknown to each other, yet united in purpose, we make the same choices.
Somebody pointed something out to me. Additionally, delays the action. Using skill. When the number of enemy targets on the field is 5 or more. Somebody pointed this out to me and actually said that this talent actually says 5 or more, which means at some point in the future we might be getting enemy battles where there's more than 5 enemies. And that's going to be kind of scary whenever we get around to that. What else do we have on here? So, Divergent Universe. I can unlock now. Trailblaze mission, which is what we're going to be doing today. Come with me, take the journey. Don't know what this is about, but I'll do this off stream. And aptitude showcase for Firefly, which we will do in the Firefly pull video. Maybe. I don't know. Apocalyptic Shadow, we already talked about. What is this? Nether Puppet. Right. So we get a free Shu Yi from doing Apocalyptic Shadow. And Shu Yi is also on banner right now. One of my goals right now is Shu Yi is a character I'm building right now, so I will be doing this just for the Shu Yi copy, because I want to get her to E6. And we'll probably do Apocalyptic Shadow, and we'll end that stream with the Firefly pulls. And then Simmer Universe. Yeah. This is all not important. I also want to do the pulls later, because I want to do pulls after I've acquired these 10. Or gotten close to acquiring those 10. Anyway, that's enough of a very, very long intro. We'll just go double sustain. Also, why is Dao Ho mentioning us? Hey. That's the guy that's the Realm Keeping Commission person, right? Reaching out at this time to update you, Mr. Yang and Miss March, to come to a follow-up situations. Do you remember the previous invitation you had a few others to the Realm Keeping Commission to identify suspicious individual? I remember. When that time when March played detective, making wild guesses and traveling merchants' backgrounds. We couldn't nail down a single solid answer. Oh, wow, this is actually lore. Hang on. Yeah, that's the one. Officer Jing Yan even praised Miss March for her keen observation and unorthodox thinking during the incident. She mentioned that Miss March seemed to like a natural for that line of work. Believe it or not, I received an official notice jointly issued by the Ten Lords Commission and the Cloud Knights. That blonde merchant Locha is indeed an unlawful character who has infiltrated the Sand Show. Miss March's deductions and Mr. Yang's intuition have come true. The Express Crew is truly a group of hidden talents. Much admiration. Was I supposed to get this text a fucking long time ago? Because this is referencing Locha's character quest. So what did that man do? Can't go into specifics, it's still part of the internal affairs. But given the tight relationship, I can spill a bit of the beans for you. Official document states that... Oh my god. Well-earned remuneration. Come on, Daho, stop texting and let me read it. Walk slower. Don't leave your soul behind. Given line, I can spill a bit of beans. Official document states that he was arrested on charges of identity fraud and smuggling of dangerous bio-merchandise, among other crimes. Use of expression, among other, is quite intriguing. Of course, I've received the directive from the Realm Keeping Commission's General Affairs Office requesting commend your express gratitude and enthusiastic guests such as yourselves. I would like to express my own gratitude to you all and deliver you all to a well-earned remuneration. In that case, if there's tasks involving apprehending fugitives or pursuing criminals in the future, I hope you can, in the express group, can continue to make your full use of your intuition. Stay safe. I should take my leave. Is that because I have Lacha and we didn't, because I don't believe we got texts. We don't get texts from Lacha. I'm gonna check real quick. Yeah, we don't have text from Lacha, so that's probably why. Because that was the Realm Keeping Commission officer that we worked with during the Lacha, several quests actually, but most in particular Lacha's character story. Well, that was a surprising. I didn't expect that. All right. Now back to the main mission. Farewell, Penacony. Unconquered. Let's check Fate's Atlas. Oh, we are going to do some splitting here. This is going to take forever, isn't it? Oh, it starts in our room? In the Dreamscape version of our room. Oh, that's reality. My bad. I wonder how long this story is going to be, because yesterday people were posting stuff about it, like, at around, like, 9 o'clock last night. I would have done a stream at 9 o'clock last night, but I learned my lesson last time. I'm not doing that again. We're not going to start another 9 o'clock stream, and then 7 hours later, we finish the main story. I don't want to do this again. Alright, who's in my room?
Wake up! Wake up!
Hey, March.
Hey! Wake up! The sun's frying your butt.
Oh my god, we're waking up again? The dream isn't over? You ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Are you okay?
Oh no, it's happening again!
I didn't hear a peep from your room, and it really freaked me out.
We're doing this again? Am I dreaming? Whoa, this conversation is such deja vu.
What are you talking about? Are you still half asleep or something? The Order's dream is over. Even though it's been a day, I still break into a sweat when I think about it. Our trailblazing expedition almost ended in Penacony.
Yeah, funny to think about that, huh? I saw the end credits and everything.
Got a good night's sleep. I was traumatized and too scared to even close my eyes.
Yeah.
Thought if I fell asleep, I'd never wake up again.
That means a lot coming from someone who fell asleep in a block of ice. What happened to the Stellaron? Where are the others?
They've already left, leaving this kind-hearted girl to wake you up. You owe her big time. The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The ordinary people in Penacony have no idea what happened. They just feel like something's missing
I can
from
hear
their
one of my
memories.
neighbors playing music. I don't know if you guys can pick that up, though.
The family's official statement was like, the Charmony Festival was attacked by an unidentified Stellaron and came to a halt. After all, they can't just reveal the truth about the Order.
Why not? They can look bad and tell the truth.
Now, all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew to the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses for an important meeting.
All right, to the Radiant Feldspar.
Everyone's waiting for you, so hurry up and pack. We're leaving as soon as you're ready.
All right.
After all this craziness, nothing is better than staying safe in reality.
You can say that again. Oh, we get all bunch of dialogue options. What's the Radiant Feldspar?
It's a massive airship, and it's awesome. I heard it's never shown to the public. Only VIP guests of the family get to board it and enjoy the breathtaking views of Penacony. The Iris family sent us a bunch of souvenirs. Fruit baskets.
Iris
plus
family is
this
Robin's family,
fancy
right?
button model. After you're back on your feet, you can enjoy them all. We are pretty much celebrities on the planet of festivities now, aren't we?
I guess we are. Although, the Nameless are kind of already standouts in Penacony given the history.
The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The ordinary people in Penacony have no idea what happened. They just feel like something's missing from their memories.
Oh, great. I hate that cop-out.
The family's official statement was like, "The Charmony Festival was attacked by an unidentified Stellaron and came to a halt." After all, they can't just reveal the truth about the Order.
I just remembered that the last story ended on the cliffhanger of Boot Hill holding up Aventurine. I hope we get to pick up that quest line.
Now, all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew to the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses.
What happened to you in Industream?
Why the sudden interest in that? Well, I was dragged into this sweet dream. I felt a cold tentacle diving into my memories. But something else was there. So the tentacle suddenly disappeared.
Interesting. March has links to the Remembrance. I wonder what that tentacle has to do with anything.
And then I dreamed about stuffing my face with delicious food and going on a shopping spree. Sunday didn't seriously believe that was the life I wanted, right?
No.
Breaking free from that cheesy illusion was just a piece of cake.
So what you're saying is the dream you wanted was the one involving tentacles? I'm just gonna drop that and hope we never bring it up again. Let's go meet up with the others.
Yeah, let's go. We've got some time before we board the ship, so let's catch up with everyone at Dream Jolt Hostelry.
Oh, we're going to Dream Jolt? Nice. We get to talk to Shaban again. Also, someone pointed out to me that Shaban has Xiao's voice actress from Genshin. Did not catch that. I'm not a big Xiao fan. Would not have caught that. I thought it was Aisha Tyler. She sounds very similar to Aisha Tyler. Also, I wonder if we're going to get more confirmation about what happened to Gallagher. It's kind of implied he ceases to exist. But I don't know. After, like, the lore we got from, what was it, the Dreamjoy event and other stuff, I'm kind of speculating that he might still be around. Oh, cutscene. Oh, it's Firefly.
How extravagant. Just
Finally.
like Epsilon. How was it? Did it live up to your dreamscape expectations?
I was hoping we'd get some Silverwolf. Fun fact, Silverwolf was on the Jianzhou Lafu when we were there, but we never ran into her. She was the one who opened the Jade Gate for us. And... or was it the Emerald Gate? I forget what entrance we used. And one of the scenes, I've mentioned this in my reaction trailer to Firefly's trailer. Go watch that if you haven't yet. I mentioned that there's one conversation between Silverwolf and Sam that we haven't seen happen yet, back from 2.0.
You already asked that when we first got here.
Yeah, and you said no back then. But after all this madness, I'd say you've grown fond of it. Just a heads up, you're still on the Bloodhound family's wanted list, so keep a low profile.
Really? They care that much?
And this time, it's Firefly in the picture, not Sam. That's gotta be a whole new experience for you, right?
Indeed. In Kafka's words, that's also a missing part of my life.
I'm glad we're finally getting some more Stellaron Hunter lore fleshing out.
Still, it'd be quite inconvenient if I can't move freely. Could you help me out, Silverwolf?
I knew you'd say that. Don't worry. I've hacked all the systems and left no trace.
Alright, cool.
Don't do anything that may draw attention, and don't talk with guards. They might recognize you. Keep these 2 points in mind, and you can go wherever you want, unbothered.
Thank you.
No problem, Miss Samuel. I love this fake name.
Miss
Now that
Samuel.
we're done here in Penacony, what will you do in your free time? I hear the Genius Society is here. How about we go stir up some excitement?
You would. I didn't record it, but I did watch the new Simulated Universe update trailer. There's a Keeping Up with Star Rail episode that just got put out last night. So I did watch that, and fun fact, Silverwolf is in that, so I'm a little bit up to date on the new Simulated Universe updates and how all the mechanics work. That was a fun video, by the way. I like watching Keeping Up with Star Rail. I don't record it for any of my reactions, but I do really enjoy it, and I love how there's like an internal continuity between all of them.
Well, you know my script isn't over yet.
I didn't bring you back to hear an answer like that.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry. The script says that I'll experience 3 deaths, but also receive an unforgettable reward on the planet of festivities.
In that order? Is it in that order? Please tell me it's in that order, and that you're gonna be around after the 3rd death.
How will I know if I don't try? All possibilities exist until the outcome actually happens, right?
You may not realize it, but you have a bad habit. Whenever you seem to be asking a question, you've already made up your mind, and no words will dissuade you. Anyway, Kafka asked me to pass on this message. If you see anything fabulous in Penacony, get one for me too. Just swipe my card, you know the pin.
Wait, Firefly has Kafka's credit card? I mean, I guess I didn't do it, but several people that shall remain nameless, that I will not point out here, did spend all of Firefly's money. I, however, had a burger and nothing else.
She didn't specify anything, but I guess she means a dress, coat, sunglasses, or something else. You know better about fashion than I do.
Sure, I'll keep an eye out.
What are you
There's
talking about,
tons of
Silverwolf?
options
You've
at
got
OT
some
Mall.
fucking fashionable clothes, if I don't
Do
say
you
so
think she'll
myself.
like trinkets, like hair accessories or brooches?
Those sound more like something for young girls. Maybe you should keep them for yourself.
How old are you again?
Oh,
How
by the
old
way,
is Firefly,
I
for that
didn't
matter?
explicitly say it, but I think he was trying to say something like, temptation will show up again in Penacony. He's always so subtle with his words.
I like Blade.
Got it. He was just worried about me. Relax, Silverwolf. You know me.
I like that the Stellaron Hunters are kind of their own little tight-knit family.
I won't do anything crazy. I just want to wander around and see more of the world for myself. I want to buy some oatcake rolls. I've had a cake roll every day since I arrived in Penacony, from the first day to the last.
They look like little flan bunt cakes.
But today, I'll buy 2 and give you 1. And if you don't like them, I'll enjoy double the pleasure. Or I can bring one to Kafka, as she never refuses. Or maybe I'll give it to Blade. He'll appreciate it. That's not written in the script, right? But as you see, I have added new footnotes to my destiny.
You don't care about the ending, you care about the journey. Switching to Topaz's POV. Didn't see that coming. I apologize for taking you off the team. I apologize.
Welcome, Director Topaz. The family ambassadors are still inside making preparations, but the big boss hasn't arrived yet. It'll be a while before the conference starts, I'm afraid.
Huh. Quite a spectacle. The family really knows how to make things look impressive. I thought they would choose a more formal and low-key location for the conference. I didn't expect them to go with a luxury airship.
About this, Director. I've asked around. This airship, named the Radiant Feldspar, belongs to the Alfalfa family.
They're the ones that make the money in Penacony.
This conference between the IPC and the family will have a direct impact on Penacony's future. Such an important event should have been held at it. Well, somewhere secretive in the moment of morning dew.
Like Sunday's Mansion, perhaps? Was it Dewlight Pavilion?
The atmosphere here... it doesn't feel serious enough.
That's a face. Someone get a screen cap of that. Someone's gonna make a... That particular facial expression from Topaz, I can already see someone using that for a meme format.
If I'm right, this conference is probably just a prelude. Whoever organized it wants to assess the IPC stance beforehand. This influential figure either has their own ambitions and wants to reach a preliminary agreement, or they plan to put pressure on us to make us back off.
The only influential figures that we know about right now would be... Was it Oti? Who's the head of the Alfalfa family. We've met Mr. Ideen. Iris is a high-ranking member of the Iris family. There's a... I forget her name, but we do know who the head of the Iris family is. I just can't remember. It's like Madam something or other. And... Oak family's kind of just out of commission right now. Gopherwood is dead, and I don't know who's in charge of the Oak family now with Sunday gone.
Ah, your mind is always so sharp, Director Topaz. And when the big boss arrives, please remind her to be cautious and watch out for any traps.
Thank you for the reminder, but I don't think that will be necessary. When she's at the table, it's the others who need to be cautious.
You see, that's why I'm worried about her.
Just tell everyone on our team to stay focused on their tasks and not worry about the negotiations.
We're probably going to get a fancy cutscene for Jade's debut, similar to what we got with Screwlum.
Oh, got it. I'll do it right away.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't call Miss Jade Big Boss in front of her, or there will be serious consequences. I mean, really serious.
She doesn't like being called Big Boss. I guess she's not a Metal Gear fan.
Got it. Thank you for the reminder, Director.
Oh. There's a trotter in the pool that we can't kill. There's a bunch of trotters in the pool. Is that just a thing? Do rich people just keep trotters as pets?
And fell right here. Just completely face planted.
I guess this is just a rich person thing. Of course, Numby finds treasure. Alright. I wonder if people that don't have Topaz will just take advantage of this story version of Topaz and runs all the way back.
None of the important figures have arrived yet. Huh. Looks like the conference won't be starting for a while. Such a bustling place. I think I'll take a little walk around.
Kill time.
Oh, are you hungry, Numby? Food in the dream. Shouldn't taste bad, right?
Tossed potato fries. The potato fries sundae. The oat cake roll.
Numby, catch!
Numby's cute. Trading the oatcake roll Numby seems a bit uncomfortable.
Ooh. Oops. Not to your liking, huh? Sorry. I'll treat you to a nice meal once we get back to reality.
Okay, that goes time. This guy looks like me. Anywho.
Greetings, madame. What can I do for you?
Hello. Could you tell me more about the Radiant Feldspar?
I assume you are the ambassador of the IPC Strategic Investment Department. It's my honor to assist you. The Radiant Feldspar is owned by Mr. Odie Alfalfa.
So I was right, it was
head of
Mr.
the
Odie.
Alfalfa family. Mr. Alfalfa invested a significant amount in building this luxurious airship an Ember era ago, and it has been sailing across the 12 hours of the dreamscape ever since.
Oh, so it's owned by old Odie himself. No wonder the ship is so lavishly decorated.
Makes sense.
Indeed, Mr. Alfalfa has impeccable taste. Only the most prestigious guests are invited by the Alfalfa family to board this airship. Please allow me to continue my introduction. The Radiant Feldspar had been cruising over the Sea of Dreams in Penacony for an entire Ember era. But its voyage was temporarily halted due to the recent reverberation.
Reverberation? Such a formal way of putting it. You're really downplaying the whole thing. I apologize. Please continue.
Following the previous reverberation in the Sweet Dream, the Radiant Feldspar had to suspend its voyage temporarily. Thankfully, the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved. However, due to, well, certain special reasons, the Charmony Festival, originally scheduled at the Penacony Grand Theater, had to be temporarily postponed.
So, I didn't really comment on it in the swimming pool, but I just assumed that the Memoria bubbles could be anywhere because we're still in the Asdana system. But this basically confirms that the Feldspar is in the dream, which means Firefly's likelihood of surviving, that's looking up now. Death in the dream kind of doesn't happen here, sort of.
So, Mr. Alfalfa suggested relocating the Charmony Festival to the Radiant Feldspar, taking this opportunity to announce the resumption of the airship's voyage.
Ah, well, that would meet the family's needs and also create momentum for Mr. Alfalfa himself. Quite fitting for a legendary tycoon like him. Thank you for explaining matters to me. Goodbye.
Oh, there's an Intellitron. Oh no, the sparkle buttons.
So many buttons. How many centuries would it take to press them all?
Oh god, that's Sparkle's voice. Lizzie, I recognize you.
Huh. Didn't expect those pooches to actually recycle them all.
Huh? What are these?
For your safety, please stay away from those objects.
For my safety? Are these buttons something dangerous?
Not exactly. Lately, there's been a prankster in the Sweet Dream who's been handing out strange button devices to anyone he meets. According to those involved, he said something like, "Just press this button and all of Penacony will explode." Luckily, no one believed him. Still, the Bloodhound family collected these buttons just to be on the safe side.
Haven't the hounds caught the culprit yet? Hasn't anyone actually tried pressing it?
What will happen if you press it? Hasn't anyone actually tried?
Well, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony? All the guests here have one thing in common. They're terrified of death. Anyway, the family will deal with these things. Please, kindly keep your distance.
Well, we already knew Sparkle was gonna be here from the trailer.
Hello? The Talent Motivation Department? Again? Internal review? Will it ever end?
Maybe you should quit.
I'm working on a major project. I don't have time to squabble with you guys. The way I handled the Urillo case was approved by senior management, and all of the project logs and calls are complete. Can't you check on them yourselves? I just don't understand. Why are you so fixated on this minor case and constantly escalating it? Seriously, what's your purpose?
It's just like Sampo said, war is coming to Urillo 6. It's probably gonna happen. We're going back there, and it's gonna be bad. People think that everyone on Urillo 6 is fine and probably not at risk of anything bad happening, but no. Sampo knows. Always trust your good friend Sampo Kaski.
Sounds exhausting.
Oh, Jade's
Why
here.
not just hang up? In my opinion,
Ooh,
you
cutscene.
handled that project quite well. A little ball of ice in exchange for the Astral Express's good favor. That's not a bad deal for the department.
Makes sense. Could have ended a lot more
It's been a
badly.
while, little Yelena. I've been looking forward to working with you. Never imagined this day would come so soon.
I don't
there
like that
trouble?
Numby's afraid of her.
You can tell me anything. Just like old times.
Yeah.
It's been a while, Madam Jade. I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with you.
Well, I said we'd get a fancy cutscene for when Jade showed up, and we indeed did.
You're still so formal, aren't you? Forget about the hierarchy and treat me as your equal. No need for unnecessary titles like Madam.
A little bit of a side note. Before I started the stream, I watched the season finale of Konosuba, and that's actually where I recognized Faye Mata, the voice of Jade, from. Is because in the dub for Konosuba, which hasn't finished for season 3 yet, Faye Mata is the dub voice for Aqua. No last name given.
I'm sorry, but it might take some time to get used to that. After all, you are a senior.
Well, now that we're both members of the 10 Stone Hearts, I need you to be at your best. Especially since the upcoming negotiations leave no room for error. As sharp as you are, I'm sure you've figured out the true purpose of this conference, right?
The future of Penacony.
I believe old Oti has taken it upon himself to test our limits before the official negotiations between the IPC and Penacony.
That's true, and it works in our favor. Do you know why?
If we can reach some sort of agreement with old Oti beforehand, and gauge our opponent's boundaries, our future negotiations will go much more smoothly. That's the obvious benefit.
All right.
Exactly. And the hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, his actions suggest that the 5 lineages might not be as united as the Odes of
We're
Harmony
getting a lot of fucking
suggest.
spam calls today. I'm gonna just let my phone ring and ignore it. If they really actually want, I'm getting sick and tired of getting calls from unknown numbers just to go hello and then they hang up. I'm getting really sick and tired of it. At least leave a voicemail if it's important. Otherwise, stop calling me. Okay. Or if it's important, give me a text. I reply to those. Hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, his actions suggest that the 5 lineages might not be as united as the Odes of Harmony would suggest.
As long as the influence of Harmony hasn't completely permeated their core, personal desires will always have their way. Thankfully, influential figures in Penacony haven't entirely suppressed their own desires.
I kind of want to pull for Jade, but I'm going to have fucking no tickets by the time she comes around.
It's similar to the power
It's probably
struggles
better
within
for me
the
to just save for
IPC.
Kafka or Blade when they
The
rerun again.
supposed all-for-one philosophy shared by the 5 lineages. It's just a slogan now that the Dream Master has gone.
We're probably going to get a Huahua rerun in 2.4.
After the downfall of the Yoke family, old Oti's faction became the dominant force in Penacony. Even if we consider only the succession order, he's the longest serving and most senior among all the family heads.
Is Glock's not around still?
Yes. That's exactly why we need to handle the conference following an agreed-upon strategy.
When are we going to meet the bird people
It's
like Glock's and
playing a
Albert?
game of chess, where every move needs to be carefully thought out.
I just want to meet Albert in game.
Absolutely. The 3 steps of negotiation.
Give Bill Butts some more
Listen,
work.
test, and strike. That's what you taught me.
Pretty clear. Although, you seem to have changed the order in the Yarilo case.
That was based on my personal experience.
I apologize for interrupting your conversation, but the family head is ready to meet the ambassadors from the Strategic Investment Department.
But they're not all here yet. Where's Aventurine?
Time to get to work.
Is he still being held at
Let's
gunpoint
prepare
by
ourselves and meet that
Boot Hill?
esteemed supporting actor. Remember, our goal is to create an opportunity for the IPC to enter Penacony. Aventurine has already made a small opening, and you and I, we're going to tear it wide open.
Also, has Topaz been informed that Aventurine is not dead? Jade knows, because Jade was on the phone with him after the events of 2.2. But I don't know if Topaz even knows that Aventurine is alive still. That's old Odie?
Welcome aboard my ship, the Radiant Feldspar. Smart and charming ladies.
Oh, and it's Ian St. Clair. I'm pretty sure of it. I wonder if they heard my complaints, or several people's probably shared my complaint, that they did Jameson Price dirty by not giving Mr. Ideen his own custom model. They're not making that mistake again. This guy's a family head. He's a very important NPC. If Shaban can get a really custom model as an NPC, why can't the 5 family heads?
Please, have a seat. Let's have a pleasant conversation.
I'm gonna take 2 steps, and then Numby's gonna find that chest right over there in the corner. 1. Okay. Oh no, I'm locked into this. I can't even sprint. I can only walk.
Welcome aboard, my dear ladies. Forgive me for any lack of attentiveness that might have led to a lengthy wait outside.
What kind of accent is he trying to do?
No problem at all, Mr. Alfalfa. It's my honor to meet you in person. You may not be aware, but the book Odie Alfalfa, the biography, is a must-read for all Strategic Investment Department employees.
Also, technically this is the dream, so they're not meeting in person?
After all, to many, you are the legendary figure who single-handedly built the Penacony economy.
They use alfalfa dollars.
I expected no less from the 10 Stonehearts from the Strategic Investment Department. You're definitely skilled in the art of conversation. I always enjoy talking to smart people because we don't have to beat around the bush. We can just get straight to the point instead. Since I invited you IPC ambassadors on board, I'm sure you've figured out the topic I'd like to discuss, yes?
It's about the family's role in
The
Penacony.
future of Penacony, if I'm not mistaken.
Precisely. Those few words represent a terribly complicated situation indeed.
Also, he's got the pom-pom puff, which means that he is a Pepeshi, which means, screw Cecilia, this is the tallest Pepeshi we've met.
Let's take that golden-haired guy who's not showing up, for example. He put in great effort and almost got himself killed. But what was it all for? Wasn't it eventually to create an opportunity for you IPC to regain control of the precious Astana?
The wisdom and experience you've accumulated over 10 Amber Eras are truly impressive.
10 Amber Eras? How long is an Amber Era? Is it 50 or 100 years? I forget. Or was it 500 years? I don't remember. An Amber Era is a long time.
Let's assume your assumptions are correct, Mr. Alfalfa. How would you respond to the IPC's actions?
I appreciate your composure, Miss Jade. You must have witnessed much in your worldly experiences.
It's got a four-leaf clover motif.
However, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony. Old Oti won't sit idly by when faced with a greedy wolf.
Okay.
Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Then I'll be straightforward.
Topaz is
I
frowning.
requested this meeting before the official conference to dissuade the Strategic Investment Department from trying to lay a finger on Penacony. If you back off now, you can make a smooth exit and prevent the IPC from losing face during more important negotiations.
Negotiations.
One of our P45 executives was attacked and nearly killed in the dreamscape. The IPC can't simply ignore this incident. Moreover, considering the turbulence during the Charmony Festival, Penacony's credibility has taken a hit in the public's eyes. Despite your determined attitude, the issues plaguing Penacony are real, are they not?
Resolved is how I would counterpoint that if I was in Odie's shoes.
You used the term real, Miss Topaz, but let's not forget that this is the realm of dreams. If you want to succeed here, you need ambition and unconventional thinking. Curious about how I plan to respond to the IPC? Well, I don't mind sharing. My actions will help Penacony take a significant step forward by self-listing and going public.
Really?
Going public?
You gonna make it publicly shared?
If I'm not mistaken, you want to bypass the IPC and go public on a universal scale.
Precisely. Instead of watching the IPC gnaw away at Penacony, I'd prefer to open the doors of the sweet dream to the entire universe.
Instead of making a rich club, rich people exclusive endeavor. I actually kind of like that. That's a good idea.
Starting today, anyone in the cosmos can become a shareholder of the land of the dreams. This is the path of harmony I'll choose.
All right. The plan is to make it so that everybody can go on their Robinhood apps and buy shares of Penacony. Get on that now. Come on, send it to the moon. Fly me to the moon, and I'm not gonna sing the song.
This reform should have been implemented earlier, but unfortunately, the Oak family were a bunch of blockheads blinded by order. Their level of intellectual flexibility doesn't even come close to an old fellow like me. Thanks to the little reverberation earlier, the biggest obstacle between me and my reforms has been eliminated. The Alfalfa family will publicize the financial results of Sweet Dream Paradise, so that the entire universe can see that despite the catastrophe, Penacony still holds immense potential and opportunities, and that the family remains confident in its future.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. I like it.
Crisis and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. So, you've been waiting for the right moment for Penacony to regain the spotlight. And if Penacony should seize this opportunity to overcome adversity, even if the IPC tries to intervene, every move we make will be scrutinized by trillions of people.
Now I'm convinced that you've indeed familiarized yourself with my biography, Miss Jade. So, about your next move. Please, consider it carefully.
Indeed. We need some time to digest such a wealth of information.
Yep. Diamond's gonna be pissed.
I suggest we conclude the first half of our conference, Mr. Alfalfa. Please allow Topaz and me to confer privately for a few moments, and to respond on behalf of the IPC later.
Of course. Take your time, dear ladies.
Alright, back to the Trailblazer POV. That was a very boring and very fiscal conversation, but for someone like me who does have a little bit of an economics background, I can understand enough of it. I can appreciate it. So, Donung and Welt, right, they're waiting for us at the Dream Jolt Hostery. That's where we were heading.
I got this information from a message sent by that IPC ambassador. He said it was to return the favor. It's not hard to imagine. Penacony today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was, with external forces casting greedy eyes and the undercurrent of order lurking within. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal threats, Penacony would rather take a step back and invite the IPC to negotiate at the table, ostensibly to cooperate, but in reality, to secure more opportunities for their own survival.
Yep, that definitely sounds like what we were listening in on the other end.
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express. In your opinion, who should we stand behind?
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons unknown, they have a strong desire to smooth things over, which leads to speculation about their motives.
We still haven't figured out who Sparkle's boss was, and didn't want them collaborating with other parties, according to what Black Swan said. Is the big twist that she was hired by Odie Alfalfa? It was never clarified, but I originally suspected it was Mr. Gopherwood that hired her, and I never got confirmation.
If either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Penacony, it would return to its previous illusory dream of hedonism, and the efforts of those previous nameless would once again go to waste.
Although it sounds like Odie's plan is to make it a publicly traded company, basically, which, doesn't put the full reins in any one person's hands, which is honestly how I think it should be.
There you are. Did you rest well?
I didn't disturb you since you were in a deep sleep.
Even
like I've been in a long
dreams
dream.
eventually come to an end. Our adventure in Penacony is reaching its conclusion. After Anna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Montour system soon arrived and swiftly took control of the situation. Most members of the Oak family fell unconscious, but fortunately, their lives were not in danger.
Really? So it wasn't just a giant mass suicide. That's kind of nice to know.
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood, the previous Dream Master. But by the time we arrived, he was dead already.
Yeah. What about Sunday?
He'll face a trial. As for further details, the family would rather not disclose them.
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. They believe the family failed to safeguard the sweet dream, significantly eroding their credibility in the process. While quite different from the truth, this appears to be the outcome with the least impact.
After all, you don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of danger. Once the danger subsides, they'll embrace the sweet dream again.
Yep, you tell him, Shaban.
Here's a toast, with 3 glasses of Glory of the Trailblaze to all of you.
How come you're here? It's her bar.
Yeah, it's good to see you all again. Although we might be saying goodbye again after this reunion. When will the Astral Express leave Penacony?
Probably after this update.
We'll stay a bit longer, but not too long.
Yeah, we'll leave in 2.4.
So, this is our final meeting then? If this is a farewell, then it seems to be missing something.
Yeah, where's Himiko?
Music? Atmosphere?
And where's Pom Pom? I mean
Maybe a
Boot
special
Hill. I mean
drink to
Pom
honor
Pom.
those who are not here. Let's see. The mixed drink should be solemn, dignified, and unique. As we'll use it to pay respect to those fallen heroes.
Oh, you mean Misha and Gallagher.
To the nameless, resting in peace. And to Gallagher.
Well, I got my confirmation. Gallagher is dead. We kind of already knew that, but they're just further confirming it.
It's rare for all passengers to leave the Express together during a trailblazing expedition. But for Penacony, it seems most appropriate.
What about the Express?
Given the conductor's presence, there's no need to worry about it. However, it's crucial that we soon return to inform Pom Pom about the Nameless.
What happened to you in Enna's dream?
In my dream, the Express stopped at many places, and passengers came and went. However, the 5 of us were always present, and the journey seemed never ending. Perhaps this could be a deep-seated desire inside me. And upon realizing this, I knew it wasn't real.
Is the Order incident in Penacony a unique case?
No related records exist in the databank, but I have a theory. The hidden dangers of the Order have always been within the Harmony. And this issue existed within the family from the very beginning. However, now that more powers in the universe are aware of this secret, the situation in the cosmos will become more complicated.
That's all
like
for
I
now.
said, we'll go and see. Once we've packed everything, we should head to our next destination.
Where's March? I thought March came here with us. All the way over here.
Guess what? Something weird just happened when I was on my way over here. Someone gave me a strange gift.
No.
I unwrapped it and found out it was a button with a message on the back. Just press this button and all of Penacony will explode. That sounds terrifying.
Did you push it? Could it be a terrorist? Did you press it?
Of course not. Who would press something like that?
I'm imagining the meme where it's like just Megamine from Konosuba just immediately presses the button.
By the time I turned around, the person had already vanished. So I handed it over to a nearby hound. I heard there were many similar reports before the Charmony Festival started. I'm really worried about the future of Penacony.
Me too.
I'm really...
Oh, we don't get a bunch of dialogue options? Oh, it's because we already did that before we came here. Right. Which means I guess it's just time to talk to Will.
This
Mr.
trailblazing
Yang.
expedition has been thrilling and memorable. Hopefully we've all gained insights about ideals, paranoia, clarity, and dreams from the experiences we've had.
I'm sorry you and Robin got sidelined in the 2.2 story. And I also kind of hate that Himiko is barely in this Trailblaze adventure, despite the fact that they made a big deal about her coming with us this time. What'll happen to Sunday and Robin?
One bird longs for the earth, and the other longs for the sky. Even if Robin had to stop her brother with her own hands, she won't give up on him. However, facing punishment from the Harmony is inevitable. He will face a trial. As for further details, The family would rather not disclose them.
They keep talking about it, so the people who want Sunday in the game, it's starting to sound more and more like Sunday somehow lived. It sounded to me like they were trying to keep it intentionally vague before this mission. When did the Order
Since the
infiltrate?
family took up residence in Penacony, the Order has been hiding in plain sight under the guise of the Oak family, using the Stellaron's power to strengthen their hold on the Sweet Dream, which eventually resulted in disaster.
Which was what Old Man Oak was all about in the Clocky cartoons.
That's the claim the family makes. Whether they were truly unaware of all this is a delicate matter.
Did the IPC make any move?
Venturine's efforts finally earned the IPC a seat at the table. As a result, a more senior representative arrived in Penacony and initiated negotiations with the family.
That's Jade.
As far as the Astral Express is concerned, the IPC will make for an invaluable ally during the negotiations to prevent Penacony returning to its former ways.
So what happened to you in Enna's dream?
Well, it was somewhat surprising. In that dream, I returned to my homeworld and reunited with my long-lost friends. And for some reason, Acheron resurfaced in my mind. When I realized that her conclusion was not preserved in memories, I became aware of the bitter truth.
So Acheron was immune, and you remembering who she was basically helped you wake up. Interesting.
The conclusion of a journey can often be sorrowful. All we can do is to try to make sure it ends on a happy note.
That is a oxymoron, Mr. Yang. Alright, Siobhan. Pour one out for old man Gallagher. Or I guess he's 13, so... Let me mix the drink. What happened to Gallagher?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen him since our last meeting at the lounge. Come to think of it, he always did come and go quietly. We used to discuss everything here. But every time he'd leave, I'd realize that I didn't know him at all. Such is the mystery that is Gallagher. I have a hunch. Perhaps he's already fulfilled his wishes and won't be coming back.
Let me mix the drinks.
Before we start, would you like to talk to your friends? We have plenty of time.
I already did. No need.
All right, as you wish. Huh. I think I have an idea about what drink to make. Would you like it bitter or sweet? It's up to you. Choose the flavor that suits you best at this moment.
Sweet.
Drowning sweetness. One of the most challenging drinks to make. A slight imbalance in the ingredients can result in an overwhelmingly viscous sweet taste.
Viscous sweet. I love viscous sweet taste.
However,
I'm a sugar
with the right
fiend.
ratios, you get a uniquely sweet drink with a lingering.
Got a bag of donuts
taste.
underneath my desk. Sorry, I heard ratios, and then my brain immediately went where it obviously was going to go.
Not a bad choice. Let's start mixing.
Gonna do the minigame from the event. We are. Select a mini wine glass. Select less ice. The cube. Dream Jam 2, huh? Sweet milk cream. You made it sound like this was a hard drink to make. Origami bird.
Words always fall short. If you want to bring closure to past events at this lounge, there's no better way than mixing a drink.
I'm glad we did that event.
Blend all your memories and emotions together and stir them well. Through the filter of time, what remains in the glass is something to savor.
I wonder if we'll ever get to meet Serval with Shaban at some point. Because they definitely they definitely expressed an interest in meeting. Also, is Shaban a Halovian? Because she doesn't have, like, the wing things. She just has the halo.
Well, it's done. Here's to the Nameless resting in peace. And to my friend, Gallagher. The spirit of freedom will spread far and wide among the stars. And its legacy will be more timeless than a pastoral song. We're not accepted by the outside world, so we've gathered here. And one day, our souls will return to the same place. Cheers.
How funny would it be if Gallagher texted me right there? Ah, there's Himiko. Let's make our way to the Radiant Feldspar. I'll wrap things up soon. Let's meet at the aft pool. Alright, on my way. What have you been up to lately, Miss Himiko? Hey, I was about to ask the same thing. It's a secret for now. Oh, come on! You're like the only person whose perspective we never got during this entire quest line. I'm kind of bummed out about it. It's a wonderful life. Alright.
Oh, are you leaving? Oh, then take this with you.
Yay!
I've mixed more of this last special drink for you. The past shouldn't be forgotten. So I hope it brings back the flavors of Penacony.
Thank you. I'm sure it'll leave a lasting impression.
If you happen to run into Gallagher, make sure he has a sip too. I know his tastes, and he'll be thrilled. Alright, enough with the heavy stuff. You guys have important things to take care of, so let's not dwell on things. Whether it's the Astral Express or Penacony, there's still a long journey ahead. So let's lift our spirits, guys, and embark towards our tomorrows.
That's why I picked the sweet drink instead of the bitter one. I want happy thoughts. Only happy thoughts, please. Jade's POV? We're gonna get to play as Jade before she came out?
Old Oti is a
I mean, I guess we did that with Aventurine, too.
I didn't expect him to take the risky step of going public at such a critical moment for Penacony.
Yeah, I gotta give Odie some credit.
Indeed. He's definitely bold. It's that kind of boldness that made him the Odie Alfalfa he is today. Still, the outcome is uncertain. Shouting loud doesn't necessarily carry any weight. What about the phone call I asked you to make, Topaz?
Ah, they agreed. But it'll take some time before they arrive.
Just as it should be. The sweet dew should be served after the bitter poison.
Looks like we'll be skipping the exchanging apples step this time around.
Now that we're dealing with a greedy merchant, a simple apple wouldn't make a difference. Well, I guess I included myself in that remark too. Now I'm a bit curious, Topaz. Do you think Penacony is a quality asset?
I don't know. It depends on what you want it for.
Yes. Despite its recent calamity, Penacony remains a top quality asset within the cosmos, with good credit, lucrative potential, and promising prospects.
Glossing over the fact that it's actually sinking into the memory zone.
Well, that's obvious. But what I truly wanted to know is, this project is obviously too bland for your taste, isn't it?
Why is bland bolded?
That's true. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Aventurine.
But despite that, you trust him. You even entrusted him with a cornerstone. Something as precious as life itself, to finish this gamble.
I don't know if Topaz even cares about her cornerstone. To think that we almost got a boss fight with Topaz using a cornerstone during the Future Market questline. We could have had an epic fight there.
Are you not in the same boat, Miss Jade? Without us playing along, your Jade Stone wouldn't have made it across the border so easily, allowing you to see all desires that flow through dreams to gain a bargaining chip in negotiations. That's why I'm willing to stake my Topaz Stone to cover for you. It's like one big, elaborate game of chess.
Once that kid sets his mind to something, nothing can stop him. Not even fate. Well, at least he's still alive, and that's the best outcome.
Although his cornerstone was completely destroyed in that land of nihility.
Looks like we've strayed off topic, Miss Jade. Should we discuss our next steps?
No need. I'll go it alone. Meanwhile, you can go greet our honored guest and wait for my message.
Okay.
He keeps talking about an honored guest.
Is that Robin? Huh. She's also here on the Radiant Feldspar.
Poison and sweet dew.
There's a good child. Do as you're told.
Let's take this opportunity to look at Jade's kit. Oh, that's right, we can do that. I forgot that we can do that. Okay. Cannot view detailed info. Fine, game. We'll have it your way. Also treasure.
Yeah.
There's birds. Oh no, it's Lady Vermilion again. Oh no, I'm gonna have to find more origami birds? Ugh. I just went through the effort of finding
Miss
almost
Robin.
all of the ones in the last
I
update.
didn't expect to meet you here.
Miss Jade? Greetings. The opening ceremony for the Charmony Festival has been moved to the Radiant Feldspar, so I'm here making some preparations. How about you? Have you spoken with Mr. Alfalfa?
I'm actually on my way to meet him right now. Do you know him well, Miss Robin?
Unfortunately, I've never met him. I've only heard a few comments from the former head of the Oak family. Mr. Alfalfa is respectable when it comes to business. But in other respects, I can't say the same.
Where do you think the future of the planet of festivities is headed?
I believe the sweet dream will see its rebirth. Just like the Radiant Feldspar resumed its voyage. The Harmony needs a new direction. Only by bidding farewell to the past can we actually sail into the future. There are no permanent allies or everlasting enemies. So let's both take what we need from this deal.
Naturally. I'm looking forward to your performance. See you at the festival.
Wonder if we'll get another Robin song. Another Chevy song, I should say.
See you later, Miss Jade.
I still think it's kind of sad that she only plays that one song. If you, what's it called? If you proc Robin's ult. Oh, we're at the helm.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Alfalfa. Let's continue our discussion.
Figured out something already, Miss Jade? But where is Miss Topaz?
Topaz has something else to take care of. You'll be seeing her later. Talks can still continue between the two of us.
Is it just me, miss? Your tone sounds very different now.
I need to set a good example for my junior. It's not a good habit to be too loose-lipped during negotiations, right?
Okay.
Now we can speak frankly and openly. Do you believe what I said, Odie? You're not the only merchant who has seen the changes in the cosmic market over the past 10 Amber Eras.
Interesting. Now that's interesting.
Oh. Is Jade implying that they're also hundreds of years old?
Good. It's good to be straightforward. Openness and transparency are my things. So, tell me, what's your next move?
Unfortunately, I'd like to speak the harsh truth before laying out my plan. Let's cut to the chase. First, your plan won't work. Penacony has no way of sidestepping the IPC and going public.
Really? Well, how so?
Second, you can't stop the IPC from entering Penacony. We've got all the time and connections in the world to find a way in. We'll keep tearing down and rebuilding this place until the Asdana system gets used to the IPC's ways again.
That's kind of fucked. I hope you guys don't win.
Now, I'm repeating your words exactly. If you don't want to be a laughingstock and have everyone gunning for you at the official conference, you'd better drop your little pie-in-the-sky plan.
Oh, interesting. Indeed.
All right, Odie. Now for your rebuttal.
You surely have a way with words. Now, I'm curious to know what you have up your sleeve.
Also, it looks like Odie has some cards left on the table to play as well.
Mr. Alfalfa, let's not forget that the IPC controls the biggest interstellar publicity platform. More than half the news networks in the universe take their orders from us.
God, that's so corrupt.
The moment news spreads about Penacony going public, trillions of customers will immediately receive a message like this. The family's protection for Penacony has expired. Any mishaps in the dreamscape could result in permanent brain death. Care to guess how many ways we have to turn alfalfa credits into worthless junk within a measly 24 system hours? With the entire cosmos keeping a close eye on Penacony, I assure you, it won't be too hard.
It's playing dirty, and they do have the ability to do that.
You really think you can pull that off?
Even from Pier Point, as distant as it may be, I'm more than capable of keeping you on a tight leash.
Man, I kind of hope that the Annihilation Gang attacks Pure Point sometime soon.
However, if you agree to give up that half-baked plan to go public, the IPC will assure you that we'll never jeopardize the interests of the family heads under your leadership. After all, we also need allies here in Asdana. The IPC can assist Penacony with financing, starting by acquiring 30% equity shares. With our financial support, stabilizing and rebuilding Penacony will be a piece of cake.
Okay.
30% equity, you say? Who can guarantee you won't want more in the future?
That is a good response, Odie. That's what I would have said.
That's the brilliant part of it all. The answer is simple. No one. There are no guarantees. It all hinges on self-awareness and mutual respect. However, the board of directors will consider the interests of the family heads to some extent.
That's the only concern I have with Penacony going public, is that the IPC is just too stacked. They could just buy all the shares if it goes public. Because I don't think that there's any laws in the universe that regulate some bigwig just coming in and buying all the shares.
You're a smart merchant, old Odie. Isn't
No,
the
in
whole purpose of
real
this
life
elaborate
stock
game
markets,
to
I know some
showcase your
laws might be in
business
place,
acumen
but I don't know them
and seek
intimately.
more benefits for the family? It benefits us if we both take a step back. And if that's not enough for you, I'm pretty sure that another goal of making Penacony go public is to expand the influence of the Planet of Festivities and attract more customers. I understand your concern, and I have a solution for that, too.
Alright, let's hear it. Spill your oil, snake.
Fine. Now I see your sincerity. As the head of the Alfalfa family, I don't think I have any reason to refuse your offer. However, as their chosen one, I still need one final answer.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Whenever there gets brought up in the simulated universe, they're always talking about Enna the Order.
When I was a child, I heard the adults recite the tale of the ancient Amber Era, about the ascension of Xipe, the Harmony, and the downfall of Enna, the Order. The Order and the Preservation used to be close in ancient times. So, why does the IPC, as a follower of the Amber Lord, seek collaboration with the family instead of aligning with the Order?
That is a really good question for lore reasons. Oh god, I can't wait to hear the answer.
The answer is simpler than you think. It's all about credits. Everyone's favorite thing and the universally recognized currency among the stars. The IPC has the power to perpetually ensure their value.
That does not answer the question at all.
With each new world integrated into the credit system, the IPC adds another building block to its cause. Eventually, all exchanges, capital, and businesses will operate within a unified monetary system.
Which is bad.
By then, all planetary developments will be recorded in accounts with well-defined values and the ability for exchange and circulation. And the heart of everything will be Klepoth's credit.
Jade, by the way, is also the stone heart of credit, in case those who didn't know. If anything, your argument lends more to supporting the Order just as much as it would support the Harmony. It could be either or. You gave a non-answer, and I'm kind of annoyed by that.
And then the IPC will be able to exert influence over everything.
Our intention is to establish enduring preservation, so I'm sure you can understand. This universe doesn't need two types of order.
Well said. Now you've convinced me. All right. Tell me your solution. Let's see if we're thinking the same thing.
Then let's continue our conversation. Please, Topaz, invite Sweet Dew to join us at the table.
It's Himiko, right? Alright. She said she had a secret surprise.
Thank you for your presence, Miss Himiko. Please allow me to introduce her to you, Mr. Alfalfa. This is Miss Himiko from the Astral Express, one of the future shareholders of Penacony.
I've heard so much about you, Mr. Alfalfa. It's an honor to meet you as representative of the Astral Express.
This stunning lady is the navigator of the Astral Express? It's a pleasure to meet you.
I believe everyone here is familiar with the general contents of the proposal. After this round of financing, the IPC is expected to hold 30% of Penacony's shares. Then, the IPC will transfer 5% of that stake to the Astral Express and recommend Miss Himiko as an independent director to honor the sacrifices and contributions made by the former Nameless to the land of the dreams.
Interesting. So 5% of the IPC's 30% will go to the Astral Express.
While this decision isn't finalized yet, we are honored that everyone here recognizes the way of the Trailblaze. While the Nameless didn't embark on their journeys for fame or fortune, if this is the wish of both the family and the IPC, I will represent the Astral Express and fulfill my duty as a member of the board of directors. The entire crew has agreed to assist in the reconstruction of Penacony. Beyond that, in our future travels, we are committed to bringing the beautiful dreams of the planet of festivities to more worlds. Of course, all cooperation is based on one premise. The path of harmony in Penacony must not be distorted again, and such a tragedy must never recur.
Okay. Is there any way we can confirm it won't happen again? And even if so, would it be the family's fault if it did happen again? I feel like there's a lot of blame shifting going on here. This is a weird side room.
Old OT is in agreement, so the issue is settled, I presume. What about the remaining family heads?
Who's gonna take over the Oak family now?
They will soon realize the situation. When old Odie answered the last question, he represented more than just the Alfalfa family.
When should we schedule the formal negotiations? I'll handle the arrangements.
It's all up to you. I'll step back and let you handle the negotiations and takeover. I won't be involved.
But Miss Jade, this is...
Aventurine initiated this case, and you were his project partner. If that kid hadn't overplayed his hand, I wouldn't have been pushed to the forefront. I came here today to help you sort out the toughest issue. I trust you'll be able to wrap things up quite nicely, little Yelena.
Of course, there won't be any problems. And please, give Diamond my assurance.
Don't worry. Diamond has always trusted us. I'll put in a good word for you, and you'll have your P45 position back in no time.
God, I forgot that the stupid ranking system that they have matters.
Radiant Feldspar. What a fantastic ship. Well, now that my business is done, it's time for me to indulge in my own little hobby.
Oh God, I hate that that's in bold.
You want to open a Bon and Jade exchange branch on this ship too?
Opportunities like this don't come around often. Just look at the guests on this ship. They're surely holding a wealth of valuable treasures. Well, I'll take my leave. A pawn shop can't run without a boss. See you around, Topaz.
Right, they mentioned that in the live stream. Her hobby is running a weird chain of pawn shops.
I have one more question for you, Miss Jade.
Go ahead.
That dose of bitter poison. I'm curious as to how you found this information.
I didn't find the information. It came to me. It was from a lady concerned with the future of the Harmony.
Oh, you're talking about Robin?
In return, I've agreed to help her with something. But that's for later. We can deal with it after we leave Penacony.
Or it's Sparkle.
You see, that's what investment is all about. The seeds of opportunity are already sown. They only need a little bit of nourishment to take root. And then after, all we need to do is wait patiently. Like right now, for example. It's just about time my final guest boarded the ship.
Who's the final guest? Are we gonna get like another one of the 10 Stone Hearts revealed during this quest line? That'd be amazing. Firefly's POV. A stowaway also boards the Radiant's Feldspar. Oh, that's right. Firefly might have been the one that gave Jade the information. That's another thing. Yeah, that could have been the case. A lot of potential contacts.
Sneaking in was way easier than I thought. The family's security is as lax as ever. So, this is the Radiant Feldspar. So luxurious. A pawn shop that grants wishes. Is there really a place like that on the ship?
Oh no. You are meeting up with
I'll find out for
Jade.
myself if the rumors are true or not.
Soldiers pay. Okay, so it's in this main hall.
Is that her?
Uh-oh.
Huh. Vanished in the blink of an eye. So the Astral Express is here too.
By the way, there's one more thing.
Oh, it's Robin.
Mr. Alfalfa and I discussed it. I'll present a gift to the Astral Express on behalf of the family as a token of gratitude for the Nameless's contributions to Penacony. Please help me with the necessary arrangements.
Right away, Miss Robin.
Can I ask you something?
Oh, greetings, miss. Is there anything I can help you with?
Do you know how to get to the pawn shop?
Pawn shop? Ah, you must be talking about Lady Bonajade's place, right? I heard she offers, special services there. I've marked the pawn shop's location on your device. Please feel free to check it out.
Lady Bonajade. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Was it from Silverwolf?
Probably was.
Come to think of it, she disappeared after mentioning that she was going to meet with the Genius Society. I wonder how things turned out for her.
Find the Trailblazer on the Radiant Feldspar. That's optional. Ooh, let's do that. Oh, there they are.
If I win, your chest is mine.
Oh, God.
Who said I was betting with you?
I did.
They are still a ball of fire as ever.
Oh, this is the new Match 3 game that we talked about at the live stream, huh?
Sorry, but I've got to find Lady Bonajade first.
Going my way.
Welcome to Bonajade Exchange, Radiant Feldspar branch. How should I address you, dear lady?
Miss Samuel.
Just call me Samuel.
Samuel. Nice name. So what do you need, Miss Samuel? And what are you willing to give up in return?
I want to keep on living. And for that, I'm willing to give up everything I have.
Really?
Everything you have?
That's right. Everything.
Miss Samuel, I think you'd best turn around. It seems you're not quite familiar with the term pawn.
What do you mean?
Pawning is when you give something up for money. It's like a loan. And then you potentially buy it back when you have the money later.
I mean it literally. I sense your burning desire to live, but unfortunately, you don't have anything of equal value to offer.
Okay. A pawn shop that grants wishes. I see. It's just a marketing gimmick.
I don't think so. I'm very suspicious of Jade. With an entire contract sub-theme for her kit.
Well, that's quite a harsh accusation. I understand you may not fully comprehend what I mean, but don't worry. I'll help you understand. Go and talk to these people. They're all customers of my pawn shop. See for yourself if their wishes have come true. Once you've done that, come back to me. I'll help you understand the true meaning of pawn, and make you realize what you're missing.
That Lady Bonajade feels more like a moneylender rather than the owner of a pawn shop.
That's what a pawn shop is. Oh, look, we're over there again.
I've got nothing better to do anyway. I'll do as she says and see what happens.
Why are they staring at balloons?
Which one should I pop?
All of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don Hung and Void Ranger Jive.
Don't change the words.
No, it's not the best time to do that. Sorry. I'll catch up with you later.
Boy, this is going to be funny. We're going to get a sneak peek, which means this is probably a quest line that we're going to have to do immediately after this. Oh.
Got it.
Stacy.
You stupid little girl. Coming back to lose more money, huh?
Enough talk. Let's get started. This will be our final game. I'm betting my entire fortune.
Oh, a big talker, huh? All right, let's see what you've got.
What did I just walk in on? What did I just walk in on? Oh wait, I'm controlling it. Match 3 battling game. Alright, I know how to play match 3. I grew up on Bejeweled. Uh-huh. Clear foods to increase the bird's combat power. Alright. 4 remaining moves. We'll go there. And yeah, I get you want me to do that one. Let's see. Let's do that. Turn ends. 41 power, that's not bad. Bombs used.
I won? I actually won!
This can't be! You lost to me 10 times in a row. How could I possibly lose to you at such a crucial moment?
It's true! Lady Bonajade has truly blessed me!
What did she do?
Finally, my luck has turned for the better. Great new era for Stacy. The master gambler has arrived.
This is gonna end in tragedy somehow. Ah, Pepeshi. Del and Dorothy.
I've prepared a gift for you, Dorothy. Check this out.
Whoa, what a beautiful necklace. Is it made of cymophane? It's stunning. How did you know I love jewelry made of cymophane? It has the same purple hue as the necklace my dad gave my mom. I've never told anyone about it. How did you find out, Del?
Coincidence.
Well, will you go out with me?
Aw, it's cute. I don't know how old they are, though, because Pepeshi are weird.
I will. Really? I mean, really?
Really, really.
I never said yes before because I thought you had no idea what I liked. But this gift made me realize you were actually paying attention all along, trying to learn everything about me. So yes, I will.
I mean, it definitely means the latter. The former of him paying attention, it says nothing about that.
Wonderful. My wish has actually come true. So, shall we go, Dorothy? Let's go outside and enjoy the stunning views of the 12 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Interesting. Okay, are we gonna run into the Trailblazer again? Walker.
Hey, did you see that? The gray-haired one outside.
Oh, God.
Don't look around, just focus on your drink. Seriously, they look like a total lunatic.
Oh, God.
Is that her?
Oh, God. I'm king of the world.
Hey, did you see that? The gray-haired one.
Seriously, they...
Chirp, chirp.
Oh, no, we're getting more birds.
Origami bird. Hey, little birdie.
Fun fact, Annalisa Fisher, I believe, also does the voices of the origami birds, if I remember correctly. I could be misremembering.
Come on. Oh, calm down already. Everyone's staring at you.
I wonder if we're going to see Firefly in the background when we cut back to the Trailblazer as we go through all of these.
No, it's not the best time to do that. Sorry. I'll catch up with you later.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you heard right. I've got him. He's been hiding at the moment of soul in Penacony, using a fake identity. And he even posed as a professor at Paperfold Academy.
Walker, Texas Ranger?
I've made a deal with the family. I'll leave the extradition-related paperwork to you. How'd I find him? Well, let's just say I had some help from an influential figure. Don't ask for the details. 22 years. Yeah. 22 years of chasing this guy all over the cosmos. You know, never thought it'd end up like this. Right here. I'm gonna hang up for now, partner. I need to raise a glass to myself.
Walker hangs with the phone, drops the fuel seepage from his deep metal constructed eye sockets. Tears from an Intellitron.
All of their wishes actually did come true.
Chat with Lady Bonajade about your discoveries.
Watch yourselves.
Are all those buttons still over? Oh no. Oh no, all the buttons are gone. Oh no.
So you're back, Miss Samuel.
Yeah. I found those people. And it seems their wishes did come true after visiting the Bonajade Exchange. But I'm not sure what you want me to see. They all seem to be living fulfilled lives.
I also don't know what they gave up for in return.
Not so fast. This step was just to show you that the Bonajade Exchange is genuine. That I had the power to grant their wishes. And now, I'll tell you the price they paid.
Oh god.
Dell was from a wealthy family. He was head over heels for Dorothy, and wanted to win her heart. So he made a deal with me. He put up his entire fortune in exchange for a gift that would impress Dorothy.
His entire fortune.
It was a piece of cake for me, thanks to my IPC connections. However, Dell will soon find himself evicted from the dreamscape because he can't afford his room. Whether he can bounce back from poverty, well, that depends on him. Let's just hope that necklace will keep their relationship from crumbling.
God, I hate her so much.
Then there's Stacy, a lady with a gambling addiction. She wanted some serious luck, but she had nothing to offer. So I took something else instead. I took away all her close relationships.
Excuse me?
From the moment she stepped out of the Bonajade Exchange, every casino in the cosmos would remember her name. But her parents and siblings would sever ties with her, and it would be impossible for Stacy to make any real friends again.
I hate you so much.
She will accrue a vast wealth due to her good luck, but she'll never be able to use it for the people who truly matter to her. As for Detective Walker, he spent 2 decades chasing down a wanted criminal for some heinous crime. But he never caught the guy. In his desperation, he came to me. He offered his own memory system as collateral. In due time, his memories as a detective will be erased, and he will completely forget his own identity and all the sacrifices he has made. Interesting, don't you think? I fulfill people's desires and grant them favors, and soon they come back to me with even greater desires.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Which, honestly, is a very common trend of almost every character voiced by Faye Mata. Nothing against you, Faye Mata, but you've been voicing some real assholes. And some cutesy fairies from Shadowverse. But it's mostly the assholes we're talking about.
When people see others' desires get fulfilled, they develop their own desires. It seems like an endless cycle, but it does have a goal. In the end, I will get what I desire from this whirlpool. And patience happens to be one of my greatest strengths. So now, do you understand what you must give up, Miss Samuel? Or should I address you as...
Stellaron Hunter Sam. Cutscene.
AR-26710. A remnant of Glamoth's Iron Cavalry.
Oh, I didn't expect her to pull that out of her ass, even though I probably should have.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either.
You are much calmer than I expected.
I should have expected it.
Entropy loss syndrome. Truly an unjust misfortune, isn't it?
I don't know. I feel like there might be programmed obsolescence in that Iron Cavalry. That's my theory.
The higher-ups in Glamoth implemented such a failsafe within the genes of their warriors, just to make sure the Republic's most powerful weapons wouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
Damn, I was right.
As for the price, those Iron Cavalries weren't exactly seen as regular, independent humans, so there wasn't really a price to be paid. However, you are different. You're now a Stellaron hunter, a living being named Firefly. Naturally, you want to continue your existence, but with the Firmament Front gone, the people who know the secret and can cure the disease are nowhere to be found.
Are you suggesting that the IPC has a remedy?
Well, there might be a silver lining. That's all I can say for now.
I see. It's no wonder you said I can't provide anything of equal value. Because nothing I own holds any meaning.
You have information, and that can be infinitely valuable.
So, you're going to ask me to personally restrain my partners to ensure my own survival?
Unfortunately, that's not quite the case. Partners. A nice way to put it. Now I'm even more curious about the Stellaron Hunters. Each of you has your own identity and a special bond with each other. It's strong and intimate, and yet it allows for independence. Just as the 10 Stonehearts follow Diamond, you follow your own leader. I wonder what they are like, and if all Stellaron Hunters are like you.
Yeah, they kind of are. They're all seeking out wishes.
Traveling on
Don't
the
know what
path of
Kafka
finality,
wants. I didn't ask her.
Struggling against your destiny. Attempting to move in the opposite direction.
We keep theorizing that Elio is part of the Path of Finality. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet. Is she confirming it? Not that Jade is a really trustworthy source of information.
I really hope that one day, all of you will come and visit my pawn shop. I'll be waiting patiently for that day.
Can I see this as an invitation? From Diamond to the Stellaron Hunters while keeping the IPC in the dark?
Consider it more of a personal offer from myself. It doesn't represent the IPC or the Strategic Investment Department.
By the way, the IPC is the one that put the bounties out on the Stellaron Hunters. Just FYI, for those who didn't know. So this is a very sus offer.
The Stellaron Hunters have interacted with the IPC, but not the 10 Stonehearts. Our paths have never crossed. As for your offer, I can pass it along to my partners. But I have a question. You know who I am. And you must know that my partner is keeping an eye on this room. If she wanted to, she could let the entirety of Purepoint know about it within a few mere seconds. What drives you to take such a risk? And extend this invitation on behalf of Diamond? Even if it could lead to your downfall.
Simply put, you and I are the same.
That's very vague. You're both gonna die? You're both independent? That I would like to have more specific details.
However, unlike you Stellaron Hunters or the Astral Express, we band together merely to obtain what we want. Each of us has our own past and destined ends, and on this journey, we have been invited by Diamond to join him.
Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's Topaz, Aventurine, Jade. So we're getting a little bit more insight into this. into some of, or this is a sneak peek at the designs of some of the other Stonehearts. That's pretty cool. This is probably the next one that we're going to get to meet. Since they're the only one that are the least obscured. Or maybe this guy up here.
This journey could be either brief or long, as each of us carries a void in our hearts that can only be filled from the outside. So, Diamond made us a promise. To divide the power of the Emanator of Preservation into 10 pieces, and give each of us a cornerstone to fill that void. Mortal flesh is fragile, yet my heart is unyielding like the monolith. For without this resolve, the way of preservation would fade into oblivion. So, you understand? This pledge goes beyond a mere oath. It's our collateral in exchange for opportunities, wealth, survival, and a future. And whatever we gain from it will fortify the Stonehearts in return, allowing us to achieve the great cause of the preservation when the war among the eons eventually comes.
So Diamond does have a Stoneheart. This answers a question I had back in 2.2. Because Stoneheart is the only one that's an Emanator, but it sounds like that they divided their power equally amongst the 10 Stonehearts. And Diamond is considered one of them. So that makes a lot of sense. Which means they've lost 10% of their power thanks to Aventurine. Okay.
I understand.
Take your time, child. You don't need to give me an immediate answer. Like I said, patience is one of my greatest strengths.
If fate turns that page, our paths will cross again. It's a shame, though, that this pawn shop can't give me what I desire. My last attempt in Penacony. Well, it ends with hope.
Hope is better than nothing. Hey, Walter.
Lady Bonajade? I've come to deliver the collaterals promised.